Hello, I am Russell, and welcome to my second episode on the Otlichno server. And we are back at the skeleton farm we started last episode. As you can see, I finished it up with a storage room, a tip jar, and someone gave me nice stuff, so thank you to them. I'll just grab that stuff now. Not so sure about the rotten flesh, but I'll take it. Oh, I'm guessing they're recording as well. Oh, our connection is kind of bad right now, but yeah. Anyway, skeleton farm's working really good. As you can see from the armor, I have done a bit of enchanting. Like, on the second episode, I have nice everythings. Those could be protection 4, unless protection is still the point where you can have 3 bits of protection 3 and still have the full benefit. I'm not too sure about that. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. I went through a lot of diamonds getting all this gear. Oh, do not want to throw those on the ground and forget about them. Because like this sword took 4, like I ended up just combining 4 swords. I got each of the enchantments on 1 sword, like only one of the enchantments per sword. Like pretty much as bad luck as I could get. And then I got Bane of Arthropods when I saw Unbreaking 3, because I needed that. But I saw Looting 3, but then it got Bane of Arthropods, so that wasn't really ideal. But I'm using that to go kill those cows over there. Oh, and that nether portal down there is linked up to go back to spawn. We will be heading that way soon. But this is pretty much where I'm getting all my food. Don't really need that, or that, or that. We'll keep all that other stuff. Stuff though. But yeah, a good hint as to what we're doing today is we need to move all the stuff, because, this is just, like, too much stuff just lying around in the middle of nowhere, because, I have had, like, a zombie sneak up on me. That's why there's torches everywhere. Haven't had a creeper yet, though, which is kind of good, because that would not be good to have actually all my stuff get blown up. Like, at all. And then mob drops go down here. And yeah, that should be good enough. Also, I came up with a banner design. I ended up going with like a darker, well not really darker, but a more neutral color theme, because I decided on my plan for this area. It's going to be, like a assassin, thief, like rogue type base. Not really base, but like themed castle, I guess. So I figured like more neutral and darker colors would be more fitting for a banner than like red with gold borders or yellow borders, because that's kind of a little bit too bright, I would say. But I think I'm gonna go with a different banner for actually using on a shield, because that doesn't really transfer over too well to the faithful like texture pack at all. It's like all off-centered even. And like even when we go back to the default pack, it's still like I would say it's probably worse. Like what? So instead, I just simplified the shield a lot, and we have that. And if I just put faithful back on, for some reason it's like off-center on this one. Like what? I mean, it's not too bad, and like I won't really be seeing it, so that's not too much of a concern. But yeah, while we're over here, like we are going to be building like a port building, like outpost storage room, just like a general purpose port building. I have parts of it already marked out. But let's do other stuff first, like bring our banner to the spawn island, because I think Russ, or Russian Afro Man, set up a tree to put all of our banners on, which is like a really cool idea. Let's just take this one. Oh. A to Vigo, and yeah, that one's the one we're storing. And I'll just use that to repair this shield or something like that. Yeah, also, well, let's just get to Spawn Island first. Alright, the spawn island's definitely looking good. like a completely reasonable amount of rose bushes everywhere. Yeah, someone like pranked the server by putting rose bushes pretty much everywhere on spawn. Yeah, other than that, the spawn island's coming along nicely, and this is the tree of banners, or hang your custom banners on the tree. But yep, since we are off to the west and a tad bit north, I am thinking that that spot right there, or, let's put it like right there so it's hanging off the tree. Oh, there you go, man. Yep, I would say that's a good spot, and from the center of this, I would say that's about the angle where our base would end up being. If, it might actually be like more like there, give or take, but yeah, in general, I would say that would be pretty good. And right over here is the death games. I signed up for this quite a few days ago, and who's the target? Star Wizard, he is not on. But anyway, here are the rules. And Mine 1001 is the person who set it up, so thanks to him, because death games are fun times. And I'm just gonna quickly go through the rules, and anyone who wants to read them can... Oh, god, that skipped twice. But yeah, if you want to read through them more in depth, just pause the screen. And why is my mouse clicking twice? I don't like it. And yeah, I actually had someone try and hunt me, but for some reason, I didn't set up the recorder right, and it only recorded like the top left corner of the screen. So yeah, that footage kind of is no good, like at all. But let's just say that I already had this armor, and they did not balance the death, or mine did not take into account for people having this armor yet, so I did not take like any damage at all, and was getting the stake regen from saturation, so yeah, I was a bit overpowered and wasn't really balanced for people who had stuff in this late game. I think we should probably sleep, just a hunch. Also, I don't have potions yet, so can't really do much with that zombie villager. I guess I could have named him with one of those name tags I have, but not really important yet anyway. Like, we don't have the infrastructure over here yet to really do a villager farm. But that dirt pillar is just going to be a viewing platform for my camera account, because we are going to be doing a time lapse of this video, or of this build. And yeah, it's just going to be a static from one point. I might change it depending on how the building goes, but I think everything should fit in a single just a single frame fairly nicely. And I need a few more ladders, which is why I'm making some ladders. So yeah. Messed that up. Then just throwing in all the stuff into that little chest set up there. And where's that spot? Oh, it's over there. Did not see it under the water. And then I think we will just sleep and then, yeah, start the time lapse. Actually, I should probably talk about it a little bit more, but yeah. Down here, we're going to build like a little dock / port / harbor type area. Then the way up to the castle is going to be via a path that goes through a little doorway there. And it's going to snake up along the mountain all the way up to there. I'm not sure if I want to put a gate right between those two bits of mountain, or just leave a single gate further back between that bit and that further bit down there. I think a 2-gate system would probably be better. Also, let's put the torch off to the side so there's not... That was a determined spider. But yeah, then, yeah, I'm not entirely sure about the exact, placement of everything for the castle yet, but I'm liking what we could potentially be doing. Also, there's a single person sleep on the server using command blocks, so that's like really helpful. Yeah, what I was saying from way over there, I'm not sure if I want to have a gate there or there. Honestly, I could probably do like 2 gates and make like a courtyard type area here. Yeah, that would probably work the best. And also, I know this would be a diagonal gate, but I kinda may have, like, the redstone gate design works diagonally, so yeah, that would be actually pretty cool to actually use that functionality of it instead of just doing one wide straight gates. But yeah, without further ado, let's start this time lapse. I hope you all enjoyed that time lapse and the death game shenanigans that kinda happened there. I was not expecting that. But yeah, the death games gear could probably still use a bit of a buff, because power 2 is nowhere near enough to scratch protection, or mostly protection for diamond armor, like, at all. So yeah. But that was fun nonetheless, and I really like how this building has turned out, and, yeah, I need to get a bit more stuff, because it's kind of more of just like a wall right now. A really good looking wall, I must add, but not really a house. Yeah, but I think that will be for next episode. For the rest of this episode, I want to, like, actually terraform the front bit here, so, like, it actually looks good, and get rid of this granite, because, yeah, getting rid of granite is almost always a good thing. In my opinion, at least. And also we don't need any just random bits of coal. Okay, now for this part, get rid of the dirt. Just make sure that, okay, that works too. How do I want to do this? Because I don't want it just all being, like, one level. And also I forgot to add, bits and pieces over there as well. I want it to be primarily stone for sure, though. Like, I just think that would look better instead of it sitting on dirt. Let's just add stone. We don't need to be making air blocks. Also, let's add these bits and pieces now, before we forget. Like, I should probably die before we get, or before he gets here. Or he can't even get here, which is even better. Okay. And, yep, well, we could also well, yeah, let's just use dirt for there. And, oh, still had stone out. That's nice. Like, maybe something like this. For that part, anyway. Because variation is always good. Then I would say that's probably good for this side, just because, like, we don't have that entire side done yet. Let's just... yeah. That's a good start, anyway. And for this bit out here, let's just, like, round that off so it's more, like, cliff-like instead of just... like... not really cliff, but more of just, like, hill-like instead of, like, a sheer drop. How's that looking? Well, we need to bring that down, and then, you know what, might as well, let's just go down to, again, variation is generally good. Yeah, that's a good start. That dirt block needs to go for sure, though. Oh, and forgot the fences here. And I think that should be much better for that part. And let's just add another stone block there. I think that would look better. Yeah, that is looking pretty good, I must say. This part right here is a little bit plain, even though it is, like, technically the natural generation. Oh, I need bricks there, or just more stone. Oh, that is not a stone block. Rip. Let's get rid of that one. And that looks kind of bad right there, right now, though. It always seems like the more thought I put into trying to terraform, the worse it ends up looking. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now, I feel. Anyway, like, more about, like, the actual layout of the building. I want this little, bit right here to be like like cellar slash storage. Well, I guess cellar is mainly used for storage, but just like a general storage area where I would put like just like farms that wouldn't really fit conveniently or look like they're like part of the build in other places. So like just like automated, like or like semi-automatic. Wow, talking, it's going real well. But yeah, a semi-automatic cow farm, then just like probably a chest array, a furnace array. Probably not too complicated of a furnace array yet, because I don't want to burn through all my iron with hoppers, because that's probably not the most important thing to be using iron on. Yeah, iron on yet. Also, I really need to terraform this hill more. Not that much more. Like, I don't want to like just completely get rid of it. I just want it to be like better. Let's put that there. And all the way up until that point would be wait, that would be fences. Technically. Then this would be a stair. And then, or would that? Yeah, that'd be a stair with stone behind it. So this part might actually work fairly well. Maybe. Put that there, then build that up. Yeah, I need to terraform this hill more. Like, give the tower some room to actually have proper, like, connection points to it and whatnot. But it is definitely a good start, and for like a first like actual build on the server, this is definitely more than I probably should have like bitten off, but we have a good start, and really all that would really be left for this back part, because we don't have nearly as much wall, because like bringing this roof down to be symmetric, it would be like there, so we only have to do like a fairly short like 1-story wall on this back part. And then the entrance for it is going to be on this face over here. I'm going to make like a little, like extend the wall more or less there, and have like a little snake around, so you have to go all the way up here and go backwards to get to the building, which I think should end up working rather nicely. Anyway, I think that is about it for this episode. Again, I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please do leave a like. It helps the channel out a ton. And yeah, I will see you all next episode. Later.